Hello and welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tonya, and this is a channel where we have been talking about my fiber makes, knitting, crochet. Lately it's just been knitting. And I took the summer off and it has felt so good to be back. It is Sunday morning, October 19th. And I just got home from church and it is raining. So my hair is a little damp, but I wanted to make sure I got on here and I recorded to show you guys progress. I have 3 projects I'm gonna share with you today. My Stephen West cowl is one of those projects. And so I will save that for the very last project so that you can just turn off the video at that point if you're not looking for any spoilers on the 2025 Stephen West cowl. A couple admin things. I'm wrapping up Advents, you guys, and I have had so much fun this year putting these together, and they're looking really good. And the activities for the holiday season are going to be so much fun. So if you have not gotten yours, they are available on my Ko-fi page, which is listed in the description box below. I am getting really excited for my whip roundup. I keep looking, you know, I shared a few weeks ago, I shared, I think it was 9 FOs, 9 projects. You would think that my whip wall was looking a little, no, it's not. It's full as ever. So I am excited to go through my whip roundup for the month of November. There are a couple that I'm pretty confident that I'm going to frog. So hopefully that'll open up a little bit of room. And I am going to be talking about some Advent projects, things that I am looking at maybe doing with my Advents this year. What else? I think that's it. Advents and the whip roundup. I hope everybody's doing good. My week has been so relaxing. I'm still getting over a bit of a cold. I have Lily sitting here. She's looking out the window. I'm still getting over a little bit of a cold. And so I really hung out at home this week. As I mentioned, I'm sure I mentioned it last week, I have been meeting up with a group Saturday night to work on the Stephen West cowl, and I didn't get to go last week, so it was pretty neat to see everybody last night and their projects. I'm going to see if I can get a couple photos of where everybody's at and get progress of their projects. And if I'm able to get those, I'll include them at the end of this video. So let's look at some projects. You're gonna have to get down, little miss. Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna start with this one that you guys have seen. It is my self-striping zigzag scarf. I shared this last week. This is where I was last week. And I knit on this morning in church, and this is how far I was able to get during a church service. The project is called, and all the information will be listed in the description box below. It's called the Simple Chevron Stripe Scarf by Karen Martinez, and this is what it looks like. And I did read a comment. And you were asking, and I know who you were, and I just haven't responded to comments. But I did read it. And somebody asked how I'm doing managing my ends and changing colors and everything. I don't have any ends. I just have the cast on and the bind off is all I'll have, because the way this yarn was dyed is it stripes itself. So you see, I'll go through all this color, and then as I go through a certain amount of yardage for that color, I pull it right off my lap, it's gonna change into another color. And so this skein of yarn stripes itself. So it's it's quite a process to dye it that way, but it is dyed so that as you knit, it stripes itself and you don't have any color changing ends to do. I'm gonna move this stitch marker up so when I share this, probably next week, you guys can see progress on that. So there's my progress. This has been a really fun one. The pattern is just so easy to memorize. It's been a fun one to do in church. So there's that one. What's in here? I haven't worked on this one this week, so we won't share that one. This one, however, you guys, this is a Tanis Fiber Arts. It's the Rocket Tee. So many people have done this. Okay, super cute. And I don't know that there's a picture of the side detail, but there's an eyelet section that goes along the side underneath your armpit. It goes down to the hem. So it is super cute, and I am enjoying this. And the material that I'm using is this Queensland Collection Dungarees Rainbow Tweed. Okay, now if this label looks familiar, I've made several tops with this. I say several, I think 2 or 3. I've got 2 different colors. I've got this lilac. Is that what this is called? Amethyst. I've got amethyst. And then I have a little bit of this pink left. And I don't have the ball band for this one, but I just have this much left. Okay, so I'm holding these and I'm doing little baby stripes of this. So here is my progress. I should have some needle stoppers on here just to make sure I don't drop any stitches. Get my little Jeep stitch markers. So here is the progress keeper of where I was the last time you guys saw this. And I have done, there's the back of it. So I've done the neck, and both the sleeves are done. And now I'm just working down the body. So I am doing just small pink stripes just to make that pink last through the bottom. I do have several more inches. You can see it was folded in my bag. I do have several more inches of the body to go. So here's the bottom of the armpit, and I'm only, I'd say probably about 4 inches down. So I do have several more inches to go on this, but this has been fun. I'm trying not to cover my face, but these stripes. So this is the Rocket Tee by Tanis Fiber Arts. I will have this listed in the description box below if by chance you are unfamiliar with this pattern, but it has just been so common and so popular, and it's been around for a while, and it's such a fantastically written pattern that I just can't imagine anybody not knowing this pattern. Okay, so if you are not wanting any spoilers for the 2025 Stephen West M cowl, now is when you should turn this off. The only thing I'm going to talk about from this point forward will be my Stephen West M cowl. And so hurry quick, turn it off if you're not wanting to have that spoiled for you. I did already talk about the material that I'm using. I'm using Jada Woo for the most part. I did add a little bit of mohair, which is not Jada Woo, but the rest of this is. And so when I finish this project, I will share I'll share the material again, but for now, I'm not. So I will put a picture in here as well. We talked about my little scallops, which I enjoyed. You guys, I wanted to point out something last week. I'm gonna take care of this one little thing here. I don't know if anybody noticed, nobody commented, but at the end of each section, I'm weaving in all of my ends. I didn't have any ends on this project last week. So I do have my scallop section done. That was clue 1. These are my scallops. And then clue 2 went into these squiggles. And this red is the mohair that I added. I am so pleased with how that turned out. I really do love that. I think if I would have used this variegated here, which is what my color B would have been, this is my color B. If I would have used this up here, I just don't think these eyelet rows would have stood out quite so much. So I wanted to make sure I didn't lose those eyelet rows. Yeah, oh, that just turned out so good. And then I started clue 3. Now for clue 3, you know, if you look at the pattern, you guys, Stephen, he's so good. He's such a fantastic instructor. Like if you have watched his tutorials, he's just easy. He's just so easy to learn from for me. And the only thing that I have had issues with are operator error. Like I was off by a stitch count. I missed an eyelet. I something. With this clue 3, I am really having to pay attention to if I'm on the right side or the wrong side, because there's decreases on one side and an I cord on the other side. And I've had to take out a few colors. I've had to go back. I have not, and it is when I'm talking. It's when I'm talking and visiting or distracted on Zoom or distracted with watching YouTube. So I am having to pay close attention, but that's all mental. The pattern itself it's been lovely to do. So and I did end up pulling out some DPNs to do this section with clue 1 and clue 2. The cord, I had it all on a long cord, and I just decided I didn't want to deal with cord management anymore. So I did pull out my DPNs to do this section. So here comes clue 3 spoiler. If you don't want to see it, don't look. So here is my clue 3. Oh, you guys, I'm loving it so very much. Truly, I just love the way that it looks. So you're doing a strip. So this is a strip right here. It's going like that. So you did this light brown, then the teal or turquoise, and then the variegated, and then the brown, and then the beige again. So that's a strip. Okay, and as you're going through it, you know, you've got decreases on one side and not on the other, and I'm just having to pay really close attention as to what side I'm on. But I am loving how this looks. I did look at the spoiler page, and I did look at the end of his tutorial video so I could get an eye for what the end of this whole clue is going to look like, because there are 2 sections in this clue. And I would love for somebody, if you look at where I put this mohair on clue 2, I had my friend Karen say that I should try, well, whenever I was originally thinking about putting it in, she's like, well, just see if you can balance it out so it doesn't look lopsided, or you only have that in one section of it. And she has very valid point. So I'm looking at the end of this clue to see if there's a section where maybe I could add some more of this red mohair to kind of balance it out. But yep, that's my progress so far. Now, I'm not going to talk about anything else today because I told everybody I wouldn't. And some people may have turned this off so they didn't get any spoilers. So I don't want to talk about anything else. But I hope you're all doing so great and everybody is ready for fall and whatever that season feels like for you. I'm ready for all of the activities and I'm ready for the family. And I got apple cider yesterday. I'm so excited. I'm excited for this season. I am not excited for what's going to happen out there. It's chilly already and my yard is covered in leaves, from them all falling off the tree, and I'm not looking forward to that component of this season. However, I'm ready for everything else. I'm ready for everything else that's coming up in these next few months, and I hope you are as well. What does this season look like for you? Like, what is your favorite part of this season? Even if you don't like this time of the year, even if you don't like this season, even if you don't like all the activities that happen, particularly this time of year, what is your favorite part? What is something you do like about this time of year? I would love to hear that. Okay, with that, I'm gonna go. I guess I did include something. Ooh. Oh, we'll see if I can move that part up. Okay, I'm gonna go. I hope everybody's doing so great, and I will see you next week. Bye.